The invisible marks of an ignored childhood. There's a silent truth about children who grow up being left out. They learn, without realizing it, to believe that taking up space is wrong. They enter a room and feel like they should shrink. They speak and regret having spoken. When they achieve something, instead of celebrating, they hope no one notices, as if invisibility were their natural state. This doesn't happen because of a lack of ability, but because the foundation of their identity was built on silence. Psychology calls this an internalized neglect schema. The brain learns to expect neglect, to anticipate rejection, to believe that needing love is a nuisance. The scene is common, though almost imperceptible. A child among adults, tugging lightly on their father's sleeve, waiting for a look, a smile, a sign that they're seen. The world around them moves along, but within them a deep fissure grows, the feeling that they don't matter enough. And the most painful thing is that emotional neglect doesn't always have a cruel face. Sometimes it doesn't come from yelling or punishment, but from absence. It's the unanswered questions, the forgotten birthday, the unmet glance, the adult too tired to notice a plea for attention. The result is the same. The child feels invisible. Growing up unnoticed is like living in a house where air is scarce. You survive, but you don't breathe fully. How silence shapes adults. We often believe that children get used to everything. They do adapt, but adapting isn't the same as healing. A child who learns not to be heard becomes an adult who fears speaking. One who has learned to hide their joys becomes someone who minimizes their own victories. And one who has been ignored too often grows up believing that their feelings are a burden to others. Psychology explains, recognition, being seen, heard, and validated, is as essential as food and shelter. Without it, a child forms an unstable foundation for self-worth. Theorist John Bowlby, creator of attachment theory, showed that a secure attachment is born when the caregiver consistently responds to the child's needs. When this doesn't happen, doubt sets in. Do I deserve love? Do I matter? Over time, the body also learns this absence. Research shows that the brains of those who are ignored react as if they were in constant danger. Cortisol, the stress hormone, rises, and the nervous system adapts to expect rejection. From the outside, it appears to be just a calm child. Inside, it's a whole world on alert. When neglect is physical, the wounds are visible. But when it's emotional, the scars are hidden. These are adults who avoid talking about themselves, who doubt their ideas, who shrink from affection. Others do the opposite. They seek approval from everyone, trying to make up for years of lack of recognition. They become perfectionists, people pleasers, or in sadder cases, they give up trying, believing that nothing they do will be noticed. And the cycle continues. Parents who ignore were often ignored, children themselves. They don't do it out of cruelty, but out of exhaustion, ignorance, or unresolved pain. Still, intention doesn't negate the impact. Absence hurts just the same. The path to healing and rediscovery. But there is hope. The brain is plastic. It changes, learns, creates new paths. Even those who grew up invisible can rebuild their own self-perception. The first step is to acknowledge it, to courageously say, "What I experienced mattered." Healing begins when the adult, previously ignored, allows themselves to see and value their own feelings. It may seem simple, but every small gesture is a revolution. Stopping to celebrate an achievement. Saying out loud, "This hurt me," asking to be heard. Believing that what they feel matters. These small acts reprogram the brain, drop by drop. Every time someone is heard, the body registers safety. Every time a boundary is respected, trust is born. And thus, what was once an echo of abandonment transforms into learning and strength. Many adults who have been ignored become deeply empathetic. They know the value of a careful look, of true listening. They become friends who listen, sensitive partners, attentive professionals. But there's a price. Sometimes they care so much for others that they forget to care for themselves. Therefore, healing also requires balance. Learning to listen to one's own feelings with the same tenderness they offer to the world. The most beautiful thing of all is that, by healing, the adult breaks the cycle. The one who once waited to be seen becomes the one who sees others. The one who was silenced learns to give voice. And thus, the silence of generations transforms into understanding and love. If you were like that, the one who waited to be noticed, the one who kept their joys hidden for lack of anyone to hear them, know this: you have always mattered. Your presence has value. And although the past cannot be erased, the future can be rewritten with the language you always deserved, that of care, listening, and affection.